Are you looking for a quality weight bench for your home, backyard, or garage gym? I've reviewed several here on my Usawa Fitness review channel, and today I'm going to give you my pros and cons for this Keppi Adjustable Weight Bench. Now stick around to the end of the video and I'll show you some unique exercises that you could do with an adjustable bench like this. Now just so y'all know, I don't do review videos on the items that I buy that I don't feel are worthy of your home gym. I do this so you're not stuck watching a review video on something that you will never purchase. With that being said, I like this bench, but it has its pros and cons. The first thing to note is that the bench comes in right around where you would expect for a bench like this at $154. What you're getting for that $154 is a mid-sized bench with a very comfortable, thick, plush, fake leather padding. Now I'm about to give y'all some measurements on this bench. And if you've never seen me do this, stick around because this part is super important when buying a bench and a lot of you guys may not realize it. The bench is 52 inches long when flat with the headrest assembled with a gap, or 50 inches long when assembled with no gap. Keppi leaves it up to you to decide which position you want to install it in. The bench fits the standard height of 18 inches, and when you have it in its most upright position, the backboard and headrest will cap out at 49 inches high in the no gap headrest position, and 51 if you've assembled it with a gap. The seat is about a foot width wide, and so is the backboard at its base, and it tapers up to a 9-inch width at the top by the shoulders. The bench is light at 26 pounds, so it's easy to move around in your home, backyard, or garage gym, but surprisingly has an 800-pound maximum weight limit, which I usually don't see in benches at this level. Now, I never do a bench review without taking note of the wood beneath the padding and also the size and the placement of the support beams that run down the back side of the bench. This is really important when choosing a bench, so always check this before purchasing one. I'll explain in a second. This Keppi Adjustable Weight Bench has half-inch thick wood. This is common in a lot of benches, but once you start to factor in the back braces, it becomes more important. The Keppi bench's back braces are square with 1-inch sides, and there are 3 inches of space from the backrest and the metal support beams at the bottom of the backrest, and 2 inches of space at the top of the backrest and also the headrest. If you've put the bench together using the no gap position between the backboard and the headrest, you're going to have 3 inches of space between the top of the headrest and the top of the back supports, while you're going to have 5 inches if you chose to set your bench up with the gap. This is something that I don't exactly love about this bench because I have clients of varying sizes using the bench, and we do box jumps and things of that nature that could crack a half-inch backboard. So it's something you all need to consider if you're doing CrossFit style workouts with a bench like this. Now, if you are doing box jumps or bench step-ups on this bench, you will like that it has level adjustment dials on the back stabilizers to help you level off the bench if you're using it on an unlevel surface. I like this because the bench feels grounded and stable when lifting on it, while at 26 pounds, it can shift a little when you're actually jumping on it. The Keppi bench has a really nice rapid adjustment knob which auto locks when adjusting this bench to one of its 8 different backboard positions that range from 90 degrees when in its military press position all the way down to -20 for decline bench and ab work. The seat has 4 incline positions from 0 to 30 degrees where you'll want to place the seat for any decline bench work that you do. That's also where the foot position bar comes into play, and it has 3 separate foot positions that you could place it in. The last thing I'm going to talk about before I recap the pros and cons of this Keppi Adjustable Weight Bench are the included resistance bands. I appreciate the added touch that these kind of bands add to a weight bench, but I personally don't see a lot of use for them. This is the second bench that I reviewed that came with these, and the tension that they supply is never enough to make me feel like they're worth using. I typically use a separate set of bands like my Bob and Brad resistance bands if I'm adding bands to an incline bench for something like flies. Now, trying to curl with these connected to the bench just pulls the bench off the ground, although you could do a few things with them if you try to get creative. Now, the last feature that's important to mention is that this bench easily folds up so you can push it off into a corner or closet in your home, backyard, or garage gym. Now, to summarize my pros and cons of this Keppi Adjustable Weight Bench, I love how comfortable and plush the seat, back pad, and headrest are. Now I have love-hate feelings for the weight of this bench because I love that it can hold 800 pounds at 26 pounds, but I hate that it's 26 pounds because sometimes when we out there on the concrete jumping on it, it can move a little bit. And some of my clients are uncomfortable with that kind of movement on a bench when they're doing bench jump ups. That rapid adjustment knob is another thing I like. That's unique to this bench. It's the only bench that I own that has it. And I like the fact that it snaps in and lets you know that you got that bench locked in to the setting that you were looking for when you set it up. Now, as far as the things I don't like. Number one, I don't like all the space between the braces that support the back of the bench and the edge of the headrest and backrest. I mean, here in the Usawa Fitness Camp, we jumping on these benches all day, and I just don't want to risk cracking my bench and having to replace it in the future. And if you've been in the game long enough, like I mentioned in another video, you've seen where one of these benches gets broken and you don't want to be lifting trying to hold your head up. I did it before, I'll do it again. You know what I'm talking about if you've been in the gym long enough as I have. Now, number two, I don't need those resistance bands. I don't feel like they do much. And here on my channel, I always talk about balling on a budget. And if they could have saved me $5 or $10 by not including those bands, I'll take it and use that money for a better set of bands that I could actually get a good workout in with. Now, the last thing might be a little petty, but I'm bringing it up anyway. I wish that the foot adjustment bar had a tube running through the middle of it that made it easier to push that pin in, because I find when I try to change that, oftentimes it takes way more time than I wanted to change that. So it's a little thing, but it's something I'm noticing, and it may be something that you check out too when you get this bench if you decide to pick one up. That's it, y'all. I'm giving the Keppi Adjustable Weight Bench a thumbs up. But if you need to see more, go ahead and click this playlist link I put up here for you guys. And it's a review link for all the other adjustable weight bench videos that I've done. I hope y'all like what I'm talking about here today. If you did, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. I love and appreciate you supporting the channel by checking out another video. Love and peace, everybody. Out. Wait a minute. I almost forgot. I got more videos coming up at the end to show you guys some of the things that you could do with a weight bench like this that you may never have seen before. Check that out and hit me on the other side, everybody. Love and peace. Out.
Work hard, get dough. I can't get no sleep, please make my life more simple. Miles inside these shoes so I don't stomp, I tiptoe. Fell 1,000 times and still I roll no limp though. But I wouldn't trade a thing for what I have. I go hard, do what I need to make it last. They say the good die young, I hope I'm bad. Cheers to my past, I'm doing great now, just in case they ask. In the booth and I lay it down, I might take a nap. And they thought I was playing around, I was up like my tax. Living fast, over limit on the freeway, hope no cops pass. Had to dip off for a minute, yeah that's my bad. But I can't stay for too long, I gotta go. I grab my bag and hit the dash, yeah adios. I drop the clutch and slam the gas, and it's vamonos. If you're not first and you're in last, Ricky Bobby quote, you gotta know. Work hard, get dough. I can't get no sleep, please make my life more simple. Miles inside these shoes so I don't stomp, I tiptoe. Fell 1,000 times and still I roll no limp though. But I wouldn't trade a thing for what I have. I go hard, do what I need to make it last. They say the good die young, I hope I'm bad. They say the good die young, I hope I'm bad.